Alright, folks, welcome back, everyone. 欢迎大家回来。今天是第48天 right? It is day 48 in HanziHero. Business as usual. I don't see anything particularly. Oh, yesterday went pretty well. We're about to hit a milestone, so that's kind of fun. I think one of the Wanikani milestones is when we get our first enlightened tier, which looks like we haven't hit any expert tiers here either, but there is also the character coverage. We're working on it. This was Professor X. What was wrong with Gore? Oh, go, honey. What? To pass, it was a definition. 得到 was definition. Lu was definition as well. What other? Oh, to get. Yeah, I don't use the word get very often. Okay. Alright. We're good. Get into our lessons and review.
电脑
Okay. Electric brain is the CPU. Oh, it also means CPU. Okay. Cool. 我没有电脑。一代新电脑。Okay.
电脑汉语
Right? 汉语。先 do I have that? In Arrow and Slenderman? I don't think so. 先 modern 汉语词典4点
现代汉语词典
Stan. Oh, that's three, not two. 想到 想待 okay. 想待汉语4点。汉语水平汉语
语气
tone. Oh, yeah. Language air 语气。Tone you use changes the way the language you speak fills the air around you. Interesting. Okay. 语气友好平和的语气平和的 yeah 平和的语气
平和的语气
语气外语
okay. Yeah, 外语 outside, right? Outside language is foreign language. 我喜欢学习外语。中文是一门外语。
中文是一门外语
Interesting. Men as a counter. 我学了很多外语。Okay.
外语。票。
Whoops. I added an S. Yeah, ticket. Fair enough.
批。
Pinocchio. Alright. Pinocchio is the name of an Italian fictional character. He is a wooden puppet but dreams of becoming a real boy. Each time he tells a lie, his nose grows larger. Indeed. I think he is the closest I have on here. Yep.
P.
In this component depicts a small altar made of 2 slabs. Intriguing. Here we can burn incense, perhaps put a picture on. Okay, I got you. A lapel. 2 trees on an altar and suited 2 trees on an altar. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, it could be 2 things. Okay. Bean to prohibit. Bean. Zong. Wow. A lot of it does deal with an altar.
票.
Okay, 票. Pinocchio is in the bathroom of the barn, standing in the middle in front of an altar, right? That has a huge pile of manure on it. That has a huge pile. It is a cowboy. Is a cowboy. Oh, on top of that has a huge pile. On it is a cowboy. But no, that's a really weird sentence. Pinocchio gives him a ticket that allows him to go up to the sacred altar and pray to become a real boy. Gives him a ticket that allows him, the cowboy? Is this like a Toy Story crossover? I'm kidding. And pray to become a real boy. Once done, he goes to wash his hand in the sink, which accidentally got covered in manure as he prayed. Wait, standing in the middle in the front of... That's interesting. That's a weird... There's pronoun agreement issues and but potential run-on sentence. Okay. 门票 makes sense. 门票 invoice. 发票. Oh, yeah. To vote. Huh. What is that? 川票. Campaign. 带票. Okay, 拉票. Okay. Ticket counter. Oh, I can't read that. 售票部. Okay. Do more in the future.
票.
Okay.
语气。批。票。电脑。外语。汉语。
Okay. Next one. Behold, nah. Yeah. Ned Flanders is inside the auditorium. Greeting the fellow concert goers. He takes out one of his gloves. Yeah, nice gloves, and holds it in his other hand. Then he shakes hands with each of the concert goers that he can get a hold of. Everyone is sick of his excessive manners. Oh, that's kind of good. That's great. That fills out really well. Holy heck, not even bend of logic. 拿手拿去 yeah, and 拿到 another get
拿干
gun. Oh no, this is gonna be a little bit weird. Okay. A mist. Alright, you're gonna have to help me out with here. Picture a sunflower field full of mist. At the center of the field is a huge cross, but it is hard to make out because it is enveloped in mist. This one's gonna be rough. Okay, interesting. Mist and moon for dynasty. Mist, moon, and mouth for ridicule. Tall. Oh, okay. Hide. What the? Okay. Okay. This one's gonna
干
have some growing pains. Mist and dry. Like, okay. Gandalf is in front of the pawn shop where he's trying to dry one of his handguns they have to sell that has been ruined by mist. Fair enough. He takes his staff and casts a fire spell. Okay, but that only ends up turning the handgun into a bunch of bone dry ashes. I get the bone. Dry ashes. This is the second handgun he has ruined this week. Okay. Alright. Bone dry ashes. That's a very particular wording that's quite memorable, actually. Arid. I see. Gun hun. Cookie. Kind of looks like. Oh, it's being. Oh, 饼干. Oh, 饼干. Ah, 饼干 is the Fujianese. 饼干. Interesting. To lick clean. 强干净. Oh, 强干净. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that makes so much sense. 干净 is clean. You lick clean. 强干净. Toast. Oh, 干杯. Oh, dry up. Huh. Alright.
干穿
Chun. Yeah, that's definitely where. Alright. Okay, so now we have a walking dollhouse because its legs attached to dollhouse. Got it. To research. Oh boy. Joe. Suddenly, with that thing, we have walking dollhouse with a crossbeam. Kung for empty. I'm gonna look forward to that explainer. Man, some of these are gonna be some wild stories. Some wild ones. Both. Oh, not both. For whatever reason, I saw both for a moment. Tooth. Alright, help me out here. This component looks somewhat like a modified spear, of which we don't have yet. I'm guessing we're gonna get a spear soon. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, we don't have a spear. We have a halberd though. Except it is more boxy. A boxy spear as a molar is. It is meant to symbolize a tooth. Try to picture a comically large one like the one you would see in a dentist advertisement. You lost me. You lost me, Chief. I guess it does mean tooth, so yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that is yeah though. So that's fine. We're already used to ya. Like schwa ya. I mean, yeah, schwa ya. Okay. Alright.
穿
Alright. So who is see Chucky? Chucky is in front of the pawn shop, chasing around a walking dollhouse with his kitchen knife, alright? He wears a suit of teeth that he made from gold molars he bought from the pawn shop. Once he finally unalives the walking dollhouse, he rips off the legs and wears the dollhouse instead. Okay. Kan Tuan to see through. Interesting. Kan Tuan. Chuan Xie. Oh, that makes a little. Chuan Xie. Makes a little bit more sense. Oh there, Mattia. Yeah, it has been a while. Going pretty well. You know, we're playing Pirate Yakuza. It's kind of a new thing. How are you? What are you up to? Chuan to penetrate. Chuan Toll. Interesting. Chuan Toll. I'm sensing a lot of through things here as opposed to where. There's a lot of going through something with Chuan.
穿
Alright.
拿
Uh-oh.
干
Gandalf was in front of the pawn shop trying to dry out a handgun that was ruined by mist. This is the second one he burns bone dry. Right? That was the mnemonic. This is Chucky outside the pawn shop chasing after a dollhouse with golden molars that he purchased from the pawn shop, and then he rips off the legs and then wear the dollhouse instead once he finally caught up to it.
穿
Pretty elaborate. Pretty elaborate.
经
You've been sick for the last week, but now you're okay. You're starting to feel okay. What is this? You and Gecko were sick in the same period of time. All right. I hope you're doing well, better, you know, on the mends. Was it a common cold? How was it? Do you have people around you to help you when you're ill, or do you go at it alone? Beijing Capitol building. Why would you use the Capitol building? Why? All right, we're adding Capitol. that is just gonna have to be done. Picture a small Capitol building on the ground. However, its lid is missing, making it hardly a building at all. You place the lid back on the Capitol building, making it complete once more. What the heck? That's exceptionally elaborate. It's okay. We have Kyoto and Tokyo to help us out with this. Staples. Although Beijing works too, actually. It's funny, you have Beijing, which is north capital, right? And you have Kyoto, west capital. Not west capital, but capital city that is not the east capital, which is Tokyo. So funny. Anyways, capital building.
京
Yeah, Jing in like Beijing. He had a pretty wild fever, been stuck in bed with a 40-degree fever. That's really high. Okay. Not the best, but lucky for you, your parents helped get medicine. Okay, that's nice that your parents were able to be around. Since you couldn't literally, yeah, that. I mean, if you try to move around, right, that could, having such a high fever, mobility, trying to be stubborn and moving around would be quite hazardous. I'm glad to hear that your parents were able to be around to help you. That's quite a high fever. For a week? Oh, I'm glad to hear you're feeling okay. You didn't say great, so I imagine you're about like, what is okay? 70%? Are we feeling 70% today? Jimmy Neutron is in front of the English banner he recently bought. Interesting. He's in the process of turning it into the capital. Oh yeah, see, like what the... Okay. Of Jimmy Land. He places a miniature Capitol building on the ground and then uses his special ray gun to make it grow 100 times in size. Okay, crushing the existing English manor and replacing it with a Capitol building, forming his new capital. Okay, I get it. Capital. Got it. Yeah, and yeah, Beijing. Beijing is what? And oh, they did add Dongjing. Yeah, there's East Capital. Tokyo. Dongjing. Jing what? Jingju. Interesting. Jingju. You would say about 80 to 85%. Well, that's fairly lovely. Yesterday your fever was around 37.5. Okay. 38, but now you're finally starting to notice some real improvements. I see. That's not too bad, the 37.5. I'm glad to hear it's gone dropped quite substantially. Ding.
京 旁
Peng. Oh, that Peng. The side. Peng Bian. Alright. No change in this character though. A sea captain. Man, there's so many things that reminds me of that I should be playing Pirate Yakuza right now. A sea captain. Okay. What do I see? I see a lid. Perhaps some horns on a crown and a compass. How do they go about it? Oh, it could be interpreted as a guard. Yeah, with a crown. I see. So the ship captain is somewhat akin to the guard of the ship, ensuring that all have a safe voyage. This one wears a white crown and holds a special compass. Okay, yeah, compass. To help with navigation. True to picture a prototypical ship captain, the type found in Yakuza like a pirate. Sorry, I said Yakuza like a pirate. Pirate Yakuza. A bit rough around the edges. This looks a bit rough around the edges. Okay, we're fine. Sea captain. By the way, during your bed riddance, you watched me play Yakuza and have to say it's a really cool game. It's a really wonderful game. I think not. Here's something that I'll add. It reminded you of Judgment. Yes, yes, we have played Judgment and Lost Judgment as well. Yeah. Like a Dragon Gaiden would be another one too. Yeah, those are pocket games. I think all three of them. Lost Judgment is such a that game is arguably a gold standard next to Like a Dragon 8, Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth. Gold standards of the two, like, and then Yakuza 5. Those are the three, like, if here's my little take on it. I think playing a game and enjoying a game like the three that I've mentioned has this really fun way of representing what I think about life or activities that I choose to do in life. You have a main story quest that you sit through, you try to find the most sentimental, creative way of interpreting what's happening right now. Meanwhile, there are tons of distractions, but they aren't distractions if they're functional and rewarding. And that's the sense of the wonder and wonderment and mindset that I have whenever I'm playing these games. Like, oh, hey, look, we could get with the program and see what happens next, but you know what, we should really do this. And then when you do it, it's like, oh yeah, we got to put ourselves into it, so you're gonna find me distracted, but in a good way. So I wouldn't use the word distracted, but more invested, right? And that's kind of the lovely nature of RGG games. It's quite the opposite of what's preferred in games nowadays. The most trendy things are the most focused games, the ones that are specialized and do not make the attempt or the risk, because it's a financial risk, target audience like a focused, very specialized package. Now, there is a market, not a large one, but there is a market for games that bring back this type of design. Like UFO 50 was a recent indie game. By the name, it's 50 games, but 50 games with an overarching things. The one game that I would give a nod to that kind of turns it on the head, where you reinvent, like spin and evolve a thing, would be Inscription, right? Games that don't appear like they are on the surface, and there are 2 or 3 sub versions in the game, right? Like a Dragon series in general is that, like, you ask someone, well, what is the game like? Well, it's kind of like 3 or 4 things in one. Which one do you want to be? Is it based on time? Because time, then the story is probably the shortest part about the game. And even when we talk about the story, it takes a big chunk of it. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is about 30 hours long for the story. And then the rest of the stuff, which is the other part of the game, if you're using time, then you would be inaccurately describing a Like a Dragon game. So then you would ask the person, it's like, so what does the game feel like? Or the game series in general feel like? Well, it feels like, let me just break up a list and tell you what the game feels like. Because you can't describe it. It's indescribable with a focus, right? So when you're writing a list and you're trying to describe this game series, the first word a cynic would, someone today, like the target audience today, would say, like, well, that just feels like the game is mediocre in a lot of things. Like, it just tries to do a lot of things and it doesn't feel focused. I don't think it's refined enough and whatnot. Well, like the things in my life, refinement can be paralleled. You do a lot of things for a long time, and most of them are refined over time. So every iteration of a Like a Dragon game is a rotating refinement and streamline of existing things that they have done, and then cycling in 5 to 10% new things. And Pirate Yakuza was the ship thing, right? It's the ship thing, and then a few other things that I talk about here and there. But over like 20 years, to me, they are such a generalist studio that they are capable of finding the streamlined necessary things right off the bat. So when you ask them, hey, let's make a mini game collection, it's like, which one do you want? We can make 100 mini games in one game and feel like they're all streamlined to capture the essence of the game, because that's the skill they have. They are a generalist studio, as opposed to, and then obviously the one specialty that they have, in my opinion, is story writing. And that's a great way to summarize a game that represents my target demographic. Is it very popular? Not really. It's very not that popular. I really appreciate that Sega continues to like greenlight larger and larger projects and then making it more and more mainstream, largely because then the game can continue to exist. They've come a long way, though. They've come a long way. It isn't what I'm playing now. Technically, on the surface level, is not that much different on the surface level. Like when you look at it, much different from the first game. That's by design. That's actually why it's brilliant. RGG continues to constantly take risks in doing a lot of things. And what represents me, for example, that I love about gaming is following people's journeys, right? Following the group's journeys. I mean, I know that there are a bunch of people that come and go, and even Nagoshi, the original founder, has left and went to do his own thing. I'm looking forward to whatever his studio makes. It's going to be reminiscent, so probably find me playing his game too. I like that type of thing. I think it's a breath of fresh air and incredibly unappreciated compared to your specialized game, like, I don't know, FromSoft games. They're really great for the target audience. I just happen to be not the biggest target audience. FromSoft's philosophy is unapologetic. It's very admirable, and I like watching people play those games, but it rarely panders to me, right? Like, I love watching fighting games, but it doesn't pander to me as well. Fighting games are incredibly focused. FPSs, incredibly focused. In fact, the FPSs that I play are the ones that feature something that isn't focused. Like the first time zombie mode was introduced in Call of Duty series, because it involves something else other than the main cycle. Most recent games focus solely on the main quest. I don't necessarily hate them, especially if graphics play a big role, but I'm more of a secondary quested minded guy. If I had to describe yourself, yeah, I can resonate with that. That's why we learn languages, right, Mattia? That's why we have interest in foreign languages, if you know what I mean. As a matter of fact, you prefer judgment and lost judgment style games where even there is a main quest to follow, you can always backtrack and do your thing, even simply cruising around. Yeah, I like living in the moment. Living in the moment stuff is beautiful. And for the record, if I have a job, I will most definitely be the opposite, right? I would be focused on the main quests, right? Get jobs done and stuff. When I'm like exploring my imagination and my creativity and my free time, I don't tell myself I can only do this one thing to have fun, or tell myself like this is the only thing I should ever invest my time into because it provides the only thing, right? So regrettably, or maybe like unfortunately this presents a conflict of interest with developers that focuses very, very well on a design choice. However, I'm very grateful that a studio like RGG exists with the backing of a consistent publisher, which is Sega. The RGG is just a title anyways of one of Sega's in-house things, in-house groups. So yeah, it's really wonderful. Which by the way, another big company that I absolutely love from last year was Dave the Diver, and they're gonna have a sequel soon, or like a DLC smaller. They've been selling smaller ones because it's marketed as an indie title, right? Mint Rocket is actually a group of Nexon Korea. So but Mint Rocket is putting out these $30 Dave the Diver things. They've already announced Dave the Diver in the Jungle or something like that, and a collab for the Dave the Diver titles and whatnot. So I can't wait to play Dave the Diver again. That is my jam. If there is a smaller game that doesn't have like a $70 or $80, AA to AAA thing, is probably Dave the Diver. And it's technically marketed as an indie game because it has an indie price and an indie philosophy. However, it is also part of Nexon Korea, so it's more of a AAA people signing off publication as a group, and I really like what Mint Rocket is doing. I can't wait for the next Dave the Diver game. That game, I was like smiling and constantly, I couldn't quit that game until the game ended, right? Or actually the game technically didn't end. There's a bunch of DLCs and I'm kind of still waiting on more, and we're definitely gonna hit up Dave the Diver sometime again before the sequel. It's the sequel, and it's kind of hard to know what qualifies as a sequel because most people identify sequels as how much are they, how much does it cost, how much content. Meanwhile, in the indie area, it's difficult to define by that metric because indies have a different metric. They fluctuate from $15 to $30 most of the time, and the content can greatly oscillate based on the type of financial risk they're taking. But yeah, Dave the Diver. Ooh, wonderful game. All right, Pong. Okay, so Patrick Starr is inside the chapel. What would your favorite game be? Wait, what would your favorite game OAT be? GOAT? Wait. Game of all time? Oh, that's what OAT means. Of all time. I see. Of all time? Unfortunately, I can't answer that most of the time. I would say whatever the game I'm currently playing is my favorite game of all time because they represent all the games prior to it. So I think it would be a little bit more easier to answer, or like I would be more conservative or comfortable in saying that RGG is easily one of my favorite studios of all time. Largely because games are too static, and it's not the products that make my favorite things, it's the people that make them. So I would say RGG is among the top 5. I wouldn't be dedicating a very specific thing to them every single day if I didn't, right? They fill and check pretty much all the metrics and criteria that others would use as a way to say favorite something. RGG takes up a substantial amount of my life's enthusiasm. Another one would be probably Supergiant Games. And again, if you say a favorite game, that's like comparing Bastion with Transistor and Hades. They are all in a continuum. Whatever Supergiant Games is making now is a representation of all the things that they have made before. Maybe a hats off to Squaresoft, who is now presently Square Enix for Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy, I still haven't gotten the opportunity to start playing and building the Legacy series for Final Fantasy VII, for example. Atlas, but more specifically now the group known as P Studios, and maybe I'll have a chance to add Studio Zero to that. They are the Persona developers, the Persona developer group. So yeah, so those are probably the best way I can answer it. A favorite game would be, in my opinion, a slight disservice to the people who make it, right? It is not the game itself that is important to me. It is the people. So I would say that's the closest way I could answer that question. Also, collectively, that's kind of what video games are now. It's difficult to identify a video game based on the literal game itself, but more in a game in a series. The longer you live, in my opinion, like, I'm not that old per se. But the older you get, the less and less likely a singular, smaller thing is sufficient. However, with that said, if I'm talking to someone very young, like say 18 years old, I am more comfortable in picking a specific game based on what they're familiar with. So if someone was 18 years old, for example, they could only have experienced or empathized with very specific criteria, and I could pick one of those games as a way to compromise on answering their question the best that I can. But the biggest compromise I can make is it's already hard enough to pick a favorite developer, let alone a game. So I meet in the middle. I'll pick a game series and choose any one of those games. It's perfectly fine, right? So it's kind of like meeting in the middle. For you, you would say you grow with Naughty Dog. Interesting. Like Naughty Dog, Crash Bandicoot? Naughty Dog? Oh, okay. When they have done, oh yeah, that's right. You're second gen of the Naughty Dog peeps. With Uncharted series. Yes. And then Last of Us. I'm guessing you played Last of Us. Yeah, not the action platformer Naughty Dog back in the day. When I first got introduced to Naughty Dog, I actually haven't ever played the Uncharted or Last of Us. Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games were Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank for me. Naughty Dog, right? Jak and Daxter. And then Insomniac came around to do the Ratchet and Clank. And now these two guys, Naughty Dog is Uncharted, Last of Us, and then Insomniac is Spider-Man, right? The Spider-Man series. So they went their ways in a very different way. It still sends shivers through. Yeah. So you can always, I'm honestly, there's gonna be one day I think Naughty Dog and Insomniac is gonna get the, hey, Sony's like, you know what, it's been a very, very long time, maybe 20 years now, let's bring back another Jak and Daxter game. Technically Insomniac is still releasing here and there a Ratchet and Clank game, so they're still going about it that way. Yeah, but they're both under the same house now. Both Insomniac and Naughty Dog are under the same house of Sony. You used to play them 24/7 on your PSP? Oh yeah, I still have one of the original PSPs in upstairs somewhere in a box. Fun times. Thanks for sharing, Matthew. All right, let's continue. So Patrick Star is inside the chapel where he has been declared as the priest leader. By his side is his trusty sea captain, okay, who handles any sea matters. In turn, the sea captain trusts all landlubber matters to Patrick. But he's okay. This is why they stay by each other's side. Interesting. Inside the chapel. What does that have? He's the priest leader. That's okay. Oh, this has Like a Dragon 8 weirdness. Are we saying Patrick Star is Bryce Fairchild? That's kind of funny. Pangbian, right? Pangbian. Shenbian. Shen Peng. No, Shen not Bian. Shen Peng. Interesting. Beside. Shen Peng. Body side. Okay.
旁
Wait.
宁
I was curious if it still included B-side. Ning, thou. Oh yeah, thou. Yes. Can it still be you? Formal you. Okay, it can still take you. That's fine. Ning. Neo. Let's see. Neo is inside the infirmary, battling Slenderman. I see it. Slenderman. And then Slenderman takes out a small dagger. Wait, where's the dagger? Oh yeah, small dagger. Fair enough. Small dagger and stabs Neo in the heart. Neo looks at him and says, "What? Why dost thou stab me?" Before passing out. Oh my goodness. They were good times indeed. How old were you when you were playing Ratchet and Clank and Daxter and stuff on PSP? Playing the whole Inazuma 11 series on the Nintendo. Ooh, that's a very 7-8 years old. I see. That's a very
宁
specific one. Very niche one. Okay.
旁 宁 京
Okay. It was 15 years ago. Sounds about right. Quite a long time. J to continue. Oh, yeah, that J. With flowers, even. J. So, James Bond. Okay, James Bond is on the roof of the electricity plant with his elder. Okay, with his elder who worked as a special agent at one point. They walk among the sun panels. I got you. The sun panels and sprinkle flowers on them to slowly, covertly take down the electricity plant. Okay. Nobody is there to stop them, so they continue to put flowers to block out the sun from the solar panels. That's fine. That works. A weird way, but effective, I suppose. 有着 along with 随着 走着桥走着 Chow. Wait and see. Along. What the heck? Legs on top of a mount? Oh yeah. Oh wait. 杨子. 沿着. Not familiar with that one.
遮起
Qi. It almost sounded like Qi. Qi. So Kirby is in the basement of the house. Sure. He lost his legs, so he cannot walk. What the? And is stuck down there. He finds a snake skin and eats it. It makes his legs grow back. He stands up and begins to walk. Is this the same Qi as to get up? Kirby is excited for his new can walk life to begin. I guess you could argue it also flows with begin the day. Okay, start. Yeah, start today. Okay. Snakeskin, walk, legs, eating, snakeskin. Okay. Oh yeah, 一起. Same one. 一起. 对不起. I have to go. 起火. 起火. Right. 起诉. 起诉. What is this one? T? 提起. Yeah, 提起. Interesting. Okay.
起
Wait, does it have to start? Oh, it doesn't have to start. We should add to start. Maybe started. Okay. Alright. Okay.
遮
Oops.
起
Okay. Alright, we gotta lock in today. Let's go. How much time do we have? Plenty of time. Oh, I'm gonna be gaming. I'm gonna be eating well tonight. Okay. Okay.
有爱
他感激哥哥的友爱。
中国
我住过中国，
Oops. Gotta be careful. Japanese. Gotta be careful.
德 礼 茶
Uh-oh. What is this about? Horns? Moon? Saber? Oh no. Horns? Moon? Saber? I was gonna say face, but there's another thing that was supposed to be face, right? I don't don't know what this is anymore. We hadn't seen it occur too much either. Tian? Something that deals with before? First? I don't know. The only thing I got is face. Not face though. Oh, it's tusk. Oh, that's right. Saber horns that are shaped like the moon with saber scimitar. That's right. Oh, scimitar would have helped because the bottom part is scimitar. Dang it.
记 在
Yes.
样 道 之
This was different. I think it was yarn. Okay.
校友
我是这所学校的校友。
我是这所学校的教友哦，教友。Ah, I misspelled it. It's fine.
正在
他正在学习中文。
一同
我们一同去吧。
Ah, dang it! Together. Together. I should put same just as a safety because the moment I typed it, I'm like together. I don't know if this is still. Is this foot still? Mouth. Stop. I'm not sure if this is foot. Oh, wooden leg. That's right. And I put foot just in case. Wooden leg.
道
Ah, there are so many for this. Okay, let's see. Dracula is in the bathroom of the barn with the cow and knowing the way. Yeah, okay. Dusk.
小朋友
这里有很多可爱的小朋友。
老
This is head, not neck, right? Yes.
书包
我的书在我的。
Hey, it's fine. Don't worry.
这
Oh, I think this is still this.
等等 一半
西瓜一半是你的。
1/2, half. A half is still 1/2. Oh no. A hat? Oh no. I had a problem with this again. Okay, so an umbrella over legs. Umbrella over legs. It's a canopy? Oh, dang. Okay. 钥匙。
要是
要是你有问题，可以问我。
This is the chute, right? Okay. Ah, that's Gaga. It's fine. I wasn't reading. Oh my goodness, that's a tone. That is a typo. That is a Japanese typo. And it's more complicated than that. It's way more that error is way more complicated and I want to explain right now.
马上
请马上让我知道。
买
Because Mai is rarely in existence in places where there's May. And I'm like, son of a. Oh no, this is different too. Yes.
雨 也
I can't believe I messed up Gaga.
哥哥
他有2个哥哥。
It happens, you know. By can't believe, I mean, it's fairly reasonable to mess up every once in a while.
女生
她是一个聪明的女生。
This is not jet. It is a blossoming tree.
真的
兔子真的很可爱。
The 花香 That sounds better.
花生
我很喜欢花生。
儿子
他是我儿子。
条
That thing in my throat is not going away.
“怎么
你的小孩怎么样？
明知
明知故问。
明知故问。Dang it. 明知. Right? No. So like, right? No. 明知? Oh, to be fully aware? I knew this was going to be a problem. Dang it. Okay. That'll take some time. 明知? Not sure if I would use that, but...先生.
先生
女士们、先生们，
先后
他们先后入了座。
日了座. 日了... First of all? First, after? Common. 先后. I don't know, afterwards? First of all? I don't know what the heck this is supposed to be. Oh, afterward. Yeah, I'm gonna put afterwards. It's successively. It's after, after, like, consecutively. I don't think successively a word that would be commonly used for that. And then there's also consecutively. I should add a consecutively. Or there's something else. I had apprehensions about the way using words successfully. It doesn't capture the feeling in the sentence when you're reading that. It's like, oh, okay, so immediately after, right? Immediately after they did this. Basically, like, they've already done something, and then immediately afterwards, they're doing something else. I think successively is great, but it's not a word that I would use as an interpretation. So we're gonna replace it. The feel is quicker if I think of it as afterwards. Like, oh, hey, come in. Afterwards, have a seat. They sat down. They came in. Afterwards, they sat down successively. I should say like afterwards something, or no, afterwards. And I'd still go with afterwards. Let's see. This is the mortar. Oh, this was new to me. It's Xena in the basement of where though? 写? Yeah, this is 写.
写今年
你今年几岁？
This one's weird too. Oh, yesterday was kind of tough actually. So Slender Man was totally doing something to Bart as he got out of the slide using something on the rack with the turf. But where was it in the beach house? Hey.
被
I don't know of any identifiable thing with the beach house. Like, it could have been anywhere. Hmm. Bay. Hmm. Oh no. 明快. Oh no.
明快，
明快的笔调，
不是。
日期，
你可以改日期吗？
Successfully.
同时，
我和他同时开始学中文。
Or simultaneously, yeah, that's fine. Oh. 明知. This one's kind of tough too. I'm gonna say also to see clearly. To understand technically, but in a different way. It's a nuance of to understand. To see clearly, to understand. It's more of to understand, not the understand. It's like fully comprehending the stuff, to be fully aware of something. Understand, not to know something. Difference between to know and to understand. I'm actually kind of doing something that Japanese does. Maybe that's where it's going, but we'll do it for now as a safety net. 半年。
半年，
我已经学了半年的中文。
看，
看 is, dang it. Maybe they want to look or to see, to look. I hate this. What? I can't believe I didn't add to look. Why does look so weird? Oh, okay. That's no. Prepositions don't help with that. 难过。
难过，
没什么，不要难过。
Which one were you? The cross? Is this supposed to be true? Yes.
过火，
你说的太过火了。
That's fine. That's not a typo. Going too far is not a typo. It's not part of one of the things. Oops.
冷气，
冷气一直开着。
地，
Wait. I screwed up. Wait. The heck? What was that? What? Did I? That must have been a really fast typo or something. What else could that have been? Oh, yeah, it has flowers on top. What is the flowers? It's still D. Oh, ordinal. Ordinal number. Never mind. Just kidding. I went off the sound in isolation versus reading the character again. It's fine. We know.
不过，
不过还是谢谢你。
It's fine. Oh boy. What is this then? Was this page? Oh no, this is tool. Shuffle.
图，架，苏，上床，
你通常几点上床睡觉？
包子，
我吃了2个包子。
场，是，得到，
他得到了一本新书。
Yeah, this is flower. What did I say? Oh, ordinal number. That D.
的，
Hmm.
请，
Oh no. I think it's Da. Yeah.
打，
Oof. I want to say to answer, but I'm gonna write answer. Okay, that's fine. Sandals, right? Oh, I misspelled sandals. I don't want to talk about it.
杯子，
杯子里的水。
最好，
他是我最好的朋友。
Oh, it's K. Whoops, wrong tone. Axe drop.
素，不大，
我不大累。
What? I'm not very tired? Really? This is gonna be marked wrong. Oh no, it is not very okay. I'm like, what?
道路，
道路都塞车了。
This is K.
课，
That's not thirsty. What am I doing? That's a lesson. Okay. I don't want to
出
talk about it. I made a multiple error on something. It's fine.
工人，
工人在工地工作。
I mean, okay. This is lesson.
明年，
我明年要上大学。
Ooh, alright, we got some multiple. Because why can't I click on you? Hello? Okay. Okay. It's looking okay. Yeah, this is pretty normal. Yesterday was particularly above average. Today, not so much. Yeah, we messed up a bunch of characters. Now the characters are kind of backlogging a little bit. It's easy to tell if I'm backlogging is this seems like the number that we're about. It's around 100. If it goes above 100, then somewhat backlogging. Despite like the stacking thing, I don't think the way this SRS is done is ever stacking. If you're consistent, then like above 90%, it's generally around 100. Steady state. We have Pinocchio. I don't even know if that's how you spell it. Alter. Mist. Tooth. Walking Dollhouse. Capitol Building. Sea Captain. Okay. D. Yao. Whoops. Yao. Nah. Gun. Ong. Ong. Yep. Ning. Ning. Ding. Duh. Duh. T. Okay. 先后影之语气电脑话语汉语 Okay. Start these. Diddy Kong. Bathroom. Bathroom. House. His younger brother is throwing... His younger brother is throwing bamboo towards Didi to count them with ordinal numbers. Hermit. Hermit is in the bathroom of the electric plant, getting lessons from electric fruit with words. So the electric fruits are using words to slap Kermit the Frog around with a lesson on, I guess, their origin. Yo. So we have Pinocchio. Bathroom. Barn. There's a cowboy. In which he gave a ticket to an altar, pray to become a real boy. Right. Okay, you have Ned inside auditorium. This glove shaking, holding tickets or holding stuff with his glove, and then shaking hands. Being overly polite. Okay. Yeah, Gandalf outside of the pawn shop working on drying out the second gun. That was damaged from the mist. Okay. Chucky outside pawn shop. Chasing walking dollhouse with teeth around, golden molars around his neck. I mean, rip off the legs or wear the dollhouse from the pawn shop. The golden teeth from the pawn shop. Okay. And we have Patrick inside the chapel. He has recently become a priest leader. To sea cap to be beside, and he has sea captains beside him in which they trust each other. Help each other out, right? Hey. And we have Neo inside English Manor. No, inside infirmary. Where Slenderman stabbed him with a small knife and him in the heart. in the heart. And then the Shakespearean line, right? Thou. Why dost thou stab me? Right? I can kind of hear Keanu Reeves saying that. Then we have Jimmy outside of the English Manor. English Manor. Building a new Capitol building by using a special invention, and it completely replaces the English Manor as the new capital. Trying to establish a new capital by building a Capitol building. We have James Bond on the roof of the electric plant with his elder. Okay. With his elder spreading flour. Oh, that's bamboo. Spreading flour on sun panels. Continue spreading flowers on sun panels to block out a power supply, right? Then we have Kirby. No. Kirby in the house. Without legs. Ate snake skin in order to walk again. In order and excited to begin walking again. His walking again life, I suppose. Oh, it was basement. So that's kind of a hard one. Not entirely sure basement. Because I was thinking of basement and I erased it. Yeah, not sure if anything really identifies it as needing to happen in the basement. That one might escape me later. This is not the first time for Khan. So to look, we're just gonna add to look, regardless if it's at 4 or whatnot. I don't agree with that being unacceptable. This is not the first time for Itong as well, because Et takes priority, but Itong, which is together. But we caught it right before we entered. It's fine. This was a Japanese related thing. So I typed May. Gaga was an oversight. I want to talk about it. That's what happens when you don't read. Older brother. Tusk. Oh man. So the horns were the key. Tusk. You need to remember scimitar. So the key here is to remember scimitar plus horn equals tusks. Okay. This I was not reading. This was because I didn't read. So, B, right? Ordinal number. Jury's out on successive. Xian. Xian Hall. But if I make enough of a fuss, I think we'll be fine. Xian Hall. Successive. I put in a safety net. There might be some concerns about like, but what if your crutch turns into a bad habit? Like, well, technically, every time I'll think of afterwards now, I will think of successively. That's why I'm using the synonym stuff. So that's kind of how I would go about it myself. Like if I don't agree with the meaning or like the feel, I would add something that feels like it, and then it will give me my tether to the thing. So the synonyms themselves act as mnemonics. I remind myself, okay, I keep thinking afterwards when I look at this, right? When I look at this, it's like, what else could it be successively? Ming, zhi, Ming zhi, to be fully aware. And then we added, to understand. To understand. What else? That's good enough, actually. Yeah. I added something else. It'll come up the next time, probably. This was a washout. So, k, and then lesson. We knew the answers, but I was being rash and didn't take my time. Okay. That's a wrap for HanziHero. Pretty quick today as well. Or quicker side. Alright, folks. Here you have it. That's the end of our language learning sessions. And of conclusion of HanziHero. Thanks for hanging out. If you're gonna watch this later, 谢谢. So, until next time, right? 下次再聊吧. 下次再见, right? Yeah, we're gonna switch gears now. I'm gonna get up now. I'm gonna get up, stretch a little bit, get some fuel, and we're gonna hit Pirate Yakuza. A bad habit. I'm kidding. We're gonna eat nice tonight. All right, get our fullness in. I'll be back in a bit. Thank you.